Ammar, nice to have you on the podcast.
Great to be here.
Yeah. Can you tell the viewers about yourself a little bit?
First of course, my name is Ammar. As you said, I'm a social media creator and as well as marketing manager at Myelino. It's a company we're working on currently. It's a new app. And yeah, I'm a university student at the same time, so juggling a few things. A hybrid athlete as well, so enjoying my life out here. And well, now I'm here.
Yeah. Juggling, yeah?
Yeah.
How's life juggling?
It's a tough one. There are days where like it's simpler. You get it? Like it seems like you don't have much to do. I feel like, okay, you know what, I'm free now. Let me just go chill around. Then the day ends, I realize what I have for tomorrow. I'm like, oh God. Then like I'm stressed like for a period of 2 to 3 days where I have a lot of things. I'm running around, have no time to do anything. The point where my diet can get messed up because of like I'm outside, I need to eat food outside. Then I'm like, oh, my diet has been messed up now. Then there's that one part where I feel like horrible now. So I'm fully disappointed in myself because of one sector. So you have a few different things you're juggling. So if one side you mess up, you're disappointed and you are not confident in yourself anymore. You're like, can I actually do this? So then every other part of your life, also performance-wise, it drops. So and there's no room for performance to drop when you're actually working on things to make it big. So it's tough. I try to kind of maybe go lower on some things, but I care about all of them equally the same. Now with uni it's fine. I'm graduating very soon, so and it's become easy for me. So it's like nothing crazy, but the other things are fortunately very tough.
Hectic, yeah.
Yeah.
The real life starts to become much more hectic.
Yeah.
Especially when you're new to it.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So
just like with uni, I think at first it's pretty hard to manage a couple of things, and then you're like, oh, this and that.
Right.
And then eventually it becomes easy.
Exactly. When I started uni, at first I was like, this is very hard. I remember my grades dropped at the beginning, and I'm like, this is bad. This is different to school. How can I even manage this? And I remember I had like a small little gig, like online one. I was appointment setting for some guy, and I actually like kind of ditched him because I actually didn't like. I felt like there was too much pressure. He was telling me do this, do that. I'm like, no, I can't do this. I just ditched him completely. He called a few times and I just ignored. I remember it was like 3 years ago, but looking back at it, that was nothing compared to today. But it's just a matter of kind of getting used to it and knowing the reality of how life actually works. Then you eventually realize that you have 24 hours in your day, say 6 to 8 hours of sleeping, and I actually don't get 8 hours of sleep ever, so it's always 6 to 7 hours. So if you can get that amount of sleep, the rest you have all that time to do everything. So if you learn how to manage your time, eventually you kind of get used to it, you know?
Yeah, and it's also the fact like you can't really sit and think about it, because when you personally, that's what I knew what juggling life means. But I asked because there's different nuances and different perspectives.
Right.
From your perspective, it would sound different. So I just wanted to hear that.
Okay.
And then when you jump into like real life itself, it's like progressively hard.
Yeah.
So you think that at some point it's gonna be, oh yeah, it's pretty chill, and then that's the trap. I feel like as soon as you start to relax, there's a couple of deficiencies here. Like you're relaxing too much.
Yeah. When the relaxing comes, it completely takes you out of it. I remember 2 weeks ago, it's like an annual thing. We go with the family to a farmhouse, and the whole weekend I was there. I still had some work to finish up, so I had my laptop with me and everything, but most of it was relaxing. I was like, yeah, it's chill. I don't have much to do anyways. It's okay. We're cool. So I finished that weekend. I came back. I'm like, oh my God, I have a lot to do. So then like there's too much stress for 2 days. So the relaxing thing is completely a trap, by the way, as you said. If you don't relax during that time where like you feel like it's time to relax and you do a bit of work, you will not go through that huge stress the 2 days after, because then you actually did a few things and you don't have too much on those days. So my point is, I don't think when you are trying to juggle a few things and when you're trying to build a different life to what others or what's the norm, there's no time to actually full on relax and be like, okay, you know what, it's time to chill for these next 2 days. I don't want to do anything. There's nothing such as that. I don't think a weekend doesn't exist anymore. And there's nothing wrong with it. I think it's just a matter of what you want to do.
It's a matter of perspective as well.
Yeah.
Because we feel like life happens, but life keeps happening. That's the thing. It's like a straight line that's just going. And if you stop at any point, life's still happening.
Yeah.
You think life's not happening for you, but the reality is it's still happening.
Yeah.
And then you realize, oh shit, I need to catch up.
Yeah. Then it becomes harder. Like it's just like when you're in a race, you're running, you're like, oh, I'm cool. I'm first. Let me just calm it down now. And then 3-4 people just run past you.
Oh, yeah.
And then you're like, shit, now I have to catch up. So then you have to run faster now. But if you ran at your normal pace, you wouldn't have struggled down. Now you have to run so fast to be able to catch all those that went past you, and you're gonna be completely out of breath and end the race way worse than you could have ever done, maybe with an injury, because you decided to calm it down because you thought, okay, I'm actually doing pretty well. When you're doing pretty well, that's when you actually like go even more, but you won't feel it as much because you're already doing. It's like when you relax, it just completely takes you out of it. It's just the same. When I run, right? And when I run, I'm doing, for example, between 5 to 10K. And sometimes I'm like, this is going well. But then my goal was 10K. I can go more. But if I stop for any moment, that's why I don't stop for water or anything. If I stop, the momentum goes.
Yeah.
So then, with the moment I start, my legs feel stiff, everything, because when you're in the flow, you don't realize it.
Yep.
It's the flow state. There's a reason it's called the flow state, you know it.
Exactly.
It's just, you're there, you're in it, you're in the zone, you just do.
Yep. And you're just focused on that shining light at the end.
Exactly. And you just keep on going. There's no point in stopping when you're actually doing well. Like, why stop when you're doing well? You know you're doing well.
Agreed. When you started your content journey, did you look at it the same way, like this, or no? Did you look at it like, what perspective did you take?
When I first started, well, it would depend, because for me, first started could mean a lot of things. Because I started when I was like 12-year-old probably. I started with YouTube first. I did a bunch of like gaming content. I remember all of that was just always for fun. But when I started what I do now, at first I was like, I just need to grow. But the consistency side of it was never there. The whole momentum thing was never there. I didn't understand any of it. When I was doing well for a bit, like I remember, I used to upload YouTube videos a year ago, sorry. And when I would upload, I would take clips and post on TikTok and Instagram, because that's like the new wave of how to grow. One video did pretty well, got 24,000, around 500 something likes on TikTok. Now, a normal sane person, or how I am today, I would look at that and be like, okay, you actually did well. Now go even more. This one video did 24,000 and it's basic. Imagine if you upload more YouTube videos and you post them on TikTok, it grows more and more. People love you more. But I actually didn't do much more after that. Not gonna lie. I just fell out of love with the whole thing, and I didn't do more of it, and it was kind of dumb. But nowadays content, I look at it with content creation. I'm like, momentum. Now something is working for me. I'm getting decent traction. I get noticed by a few people, and I'm like, this is just a smaller scale of it, and you are enjoying it. The momentum is there. Don't lose it. I try to create as much as I can, and try to go on like specific days to film and so on, and post them as much as I can. Interact with people as much as I can, and try to get that momentum going, because this smaller scale will get to this, and it slowly grows to a huge amount where you don't even notice it. With content and with everything in life, you have to grow. You shouldn't. I look at myself from the outside perspective way too much, which is a problem. You have to just I have to go.
Are you looking at yourself like a third-person view?
How is a third-person view looked at?
Like you're observing yourself.
Yes.
Like you're observing from like almost like a video game character.
Yeah, it's like I'm watching myself.
Yeah.
Get it? And that's like a problem, because then like I judge more. Does that make sense? So when I judge more, I can see more. So then it's hard for me to stay in the flow state now. But if I stop looking at myself that way, and I just constantly grow, one day I'm like, oh, I actually grew very big. And I didn't even notice it that much. It's kind of better, because when you notice the small growth, it kind of throws you off the momentum. You're like, oh, I'm actually doing pretty well. Like, I can calm it down now. I still do that with content as well. Like now I'm getting decent traction. I calm it down a bit, which is I shouldn't do. You know, I should actually go crazy, because if I do go crazy, my dream of becoming a content creator, a huge one in the UAE, will actually come true.
Inshallah.
Get it? Inshallah. Likewise for you as well, you know? So it's just, you gotta keep the momentum going, I think, with everything. And I try to do it with content as well.
Yeah, that's good. For me, like what I look at is like this view of the long game.
Yeah.
Because regardless of what I do, if I just keep doing what I'm doing and put little bits of improvements in there, so this concept of improving every day 1%.
Yeah.
So if you just take that and keep improving, eventually you'll reach a point where it's like, oh damn, this 1% over like a 60 days is like 60%.
Yeah.
You're 60% better than.
Correct.
Yeah.
Exactly.
And when we were speaking about like running a race,
Yeah.
a couple of people run by you as you stop.
Yeah.
A lot of people, they confuse this with what you call comparison in a way.
Yeah.
Like you're comparing yourself with people who have worked for 60 days.
Yeah.
You're looking at their 60%, which is your 1%.
Yeah, exactly.
And then you're like, oh shit. But I think if we change the picture and we say the people who ran past us were our future selves who did the work,
Yeah.
that would be me. That's running past me.
Correct.
So now you're not comparing, you're just doing this game by yourself.
Right.
You're comparing with you and your past versions.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure you've heard this concept of people when they're dying and they have their different selves. They come at their bed and it's like this is like your unfulfilled potential.
Yeah.
You know that concept?
Yeah, the thing that the concept,
Yeah.
I know it.
One is a doctor, one's something else,
Yeah.
one's something else. And I think that's the concept we should take more into play rather than,
Yeah.
because then what happens, this is my view, like if we start comparing ourselves to other people, we lose the originality, we lose the
Correct.
authenticity.
Yeah.
We start chasing an image that's already built there.
Correct. You try to be what others are because you're like, this is working for them. I need to actually do as what they're doing, so that means I can be better than them. Then you kind of lose the creativity and originality, right? Yeah.
Exactly. That's the thing. I think with life, there's no stopping point. A lot of people think like they can retire. That's it.
Yeah.
And speaking about originality, how have you seen people here? Because you've interacted with a lot of people here.
Yeah.
What have you seen more people who are authentic or more people who are just putting a play?
I think a good amount of people put a play, and I don't mean to kind of go on people, and I'm not saying I'm the most original person out there. Like especially with like anything that you do out there, you kind of have to. There's nothing completely original out there because we've gone through so much of life, you know. You kind of have to imitate a bit, but most people try to be what others are.
Yeah.
Whether they want to do. Whether it's for work reasons or for normal reasons.
Mm-hmm.
I think most people fail to understand that because being like others, it's easier.
Mm-hmm.
So you don't have to kind of gain the approval yet. Being original, at the beginning, you're looked at in a weird way. However, long-term wise, you're looked at in a way better way than someone who actually acts and plays like someone else or someone. In the long term, they kind of struggle, but the ones who are original, long term, they're loved.
Mm-hmm.
And look at everyone out there who started. Say, for example, that anyone who does content is looked at in a weird way at the beginning.
Oh yeah.
But once they grow, people go crazy over them.
Oh yeah.
They love them. Oh, wow, look at how he created this. How did he even think of this? You know, it's just long term is way better. Short term, you're gonna struggle there. And vice versa, is the other way around for the people who try to be like others. At the beginning, it's great. Later on, you're gonna feel weird. You're like, I don't even want to be this, you know? And you won't get the praise anymore. There's nothing to be praised for anyways, because like you're acting and you're trying to be like others when you are not like that anyways.
Yeah.
So I think a lot of people here are like that, and I think it's very important, and I hope that it changes here, that people can actually be more themselves and try to be more original. Of course, there's a limit to being yourself, you know, but just be more of like, kind of.
That's what I was coming to. Like what, like people nowadays, like they over focus. Like there are extremes. I've seen people.
Yeah.
They're focusing too much on the extremes. Like you either find people who are completely on the right or completely on the left.
Yeah.
Meaning people who are extremely authentic and people who are like ingenuous to begin with.
Yeah.
Now, people who are just completely authentic, I feel like they do it too much.
Yeah.
In a way. Like, for example, they start living, when we were speaking about third person perspective, that's what it gave me the idea of. People start imagining that they're not themselves, but they are their Instagram page.
Yeah.
And that's the illusion.
Yeah.
It's like we are almost transitioning into this digital world. Like we are living there, not here.
Yeah. I think that's the problem where it becomes is that the balance is extremely important to understand because most people fail to kind of be on the in the middle side. They're either on one side or completely the other side. So and it's like in their mind it's like they have to choose whether to be extreme in this or extreme in that. You don't have to be like I can create like most streamers, gaming streamers, say for example, they're living in that digital world of streaming. All they talk to is the chat.
Oh yeah.
Get it? Nothing else. There's this recent thing about Kai Cenat.
Yeah.
Kai Cenat spoke about his mental state recently or someone. He said his main reasons are like, for example, he feels like he's out of touch with reality. That's like the extreme. It's like every interaction he has, whether it's with the people he has, it's all for that screen.
Yeah.
Get it? All for that. It's probably an act. Get it? Content is an act, by the way. Like I think most people don't know this, but there's not 80% of pieces of content that you see online that are entertaining in public or something that are like someone is just going crazy doing something. It's all scripted.
Yeah.
Like say for example someone goes up to someone and like those guys that go and rizz up someone for example.
Yeah.
Completely scripted.
Yeah.
Like there's no way someone is gonna go up, rizz up someone and not tell them beforehand and just go ahead and upload that.
Yeah.
Like you gotta kind of put, so everything is an act and it's okay with that. There's nothing wrong with it. It's important to know how much you're living there and how much of it is real life.
Yeah.
So you don't end up in a state where when you go far into it, you're like, shit, I missed out on a lot. Like I was too much there. Like maybe there's more to this. Like why am I so much in the digital world? That's the danger of digital world. There's nothing wrong with the digital world. I actually love it. I think it's important, but it's important to know the balance.
It's the dosage, like how much you're taking.
Yeah, how much you're taking.
Everything.
Yeah.
It's like a lot of people will say like it's not like, for example, I don't know if you know about this, but this is what sometimes triggers me is like a lot of people complain about cigars or smoking or like all of these different sorts of I wouldn't call them drugs. What would you call them?
I mean, some sort of an addiction, but I don't know what you'd call them, honestly. Yeah.
Yeah, but a lot of people look at it that way, like it's like this addiction, this thing that's gonna kill you. But in all reality, it's a bit different. Nicotine is now being used as a treatment for Alzheimer's. It's being used as a treatment for dementia. It's being used as this different sort of look. It's almost like a neurotropic drug now.
Yeah.
So again, the dosage, like if someone's just smoking like 50 packs a day, eventually he's just gonna look like tar one day.
Yeah.
He's just gonna be oozing. Like it's gonna be bad for him. But if someone's like in the middle balancing that shit, because he's getting the good effects from it and he's negating the bad effects, I think it's good.
I think like for example, I mean a cigar is expensive, we all know, a good one, but for example like rich people usually have it here and there, like once a week for example, okay, because a cigar is stronger than a cigarette anyways, if I'm not wrong, right?
Cigar is basically like these tobacco leaves that are just rolled in.
But it's huge, no?
Yeah, it's huge.
Yeah.
I have some here. I'll show it to you later.
Fair.
And they're rolled in, and that's what it is. It's just pure tobacco. But what happens is when people start using cigarettes, there's a lot of freaking weirdness in the cigarettes. They're putting in, whatever the garbage they're breaking down with the leaves So it's their, you know, skin, it's the nastiness in there.
Yeah.
And then they're adding in a few extra things in there, which I'm not completely aware of, but
Yeah.
I'm sure they are. Because those are the things that produce tar.
Oh, yeah.
And tar is the thing that generally damages you internally. It's
Correct.
harder for the body to break it down.
Correct.
So that's why generally cigarettes are bad unless they are hand rolled, and it's a different story then. With cigars, the difference is it's just pure tobacco.
Yeah.
It's not anything like you know, they're not adding anything in there. It's just the leaves, they roll it, that's it. And you
Fair
just,
enough,
the
yeah.
balance is you have to keep the cigars in like a humidor. It's like a perfect humidity, perfect, you know,
Yeah.
like a chamber for them to, you know, have a good
Fair enough,
lifestyle
yeah,
and
yeah.
ferment and stuff.
Good.
And that's the general difference.
I think that's the thing is that the reason most of these things are claimed as bad is because of people who do a lot of it. You get it? Because I mean, a lot of everything is bad anyway. A lot of water is bad, you know.
Yeah.
So, but there's certain things that are more known as bad. Cigarette is known more as bad because, of course, literally the packet has cancer,
Yeah.
anyways. You know, it's gonna kill you and so on. So it's just because of the people who constantly do it. If you have like a cigarette here and there, don't think it won't cause an addiction. It won't do anything to you. You know. I mean, not that I'm the type of person who, as a kid, I told myself I will never smoke. So like I kind of do it for him. And like he said, so from here and there, or like I've tried the cigarette once when I was like younger.
Honestly.
I didn't enjoy it. Thankfully, I didn't enjoy it. I don't want to smoke. I didn't enjoy it. I tried the vape. Absolutely not for me. It tastes like, with all honesty, for anyone that actually vapes, by the way, vaping genuinely tastes like a sugar-free drinks aftertaste.
Oh,
Have
yeah,
you like a Lipton? You know the Lipton ones, sugar-free, disgusting aftertaste. That's what it is. Completely. Imagine that flavor in your mouth constantly.
Yeah, that's nasty.
It's horrible. Get it? And with most, they're constantly puffing it. I've seen it. So I'd love to, I think, walk around with no flavor in my mouth at least, you know. But at least I guess if someone's trying to lose weight, it might help them because like, it feels like you're actually drinking something. But I don't know. But
Nah, bro, I don't think vapes are good in any way.
no.
Vapes generally are. I think, in my view, I think vapes are even worse than cigarettes.
According to most studies, it is.
Yeah, because you're inhaling straight up like freaking, you know, oil and shit, like
Yeah.
chemicals and stuff. That's not. gonna
It's
go
complete
away.
chemicals. Yeah.
And it's causing these irreversible conditions
Yeah.
in the lung, like popcorn lung and stuff
Exactly.
like that,
It's not given to you by nature. Anything not given by nature, no matter what, will always be bad for you.
Oh yeah, that's a good point. Like anything that's not given to you by nature, but if we start looking at it from that lens, a lot of bad things also come into that lens. Like people say, "Oh, don't do that," but that just came from nature.
Yeah.
So why not?
That also, yeah.
That brings in good perspective of
Yeah.
a lot of things.
Thing is, I think it's more of like opinionated a lot of things, and it's hard to kind of get into. I think because of how it's like a society-driven thing. So like, it's like your mindset against society, and then your mind is like, am I wrong? Am I right?
Yeah.
You know, society says this, so I don't know.
Like the weird stuff is you see it on the internet. Like there's a lot of crazy people,
Yeah,
like mentally ill people who are very well known.
yeah,
And it's like, okay, there's something wrong here. And have you seen anything that's the weirdest? Like, especially in terms of just being human. Like, a lot of people, for example, something I often talk about is like women. And
Yeah.
I'm not putting everyone in that category. I'm talking about the crazy ones.
yeah,
And you've seen certain women, they're trying to be a man. Like I saw a woman today.
Yeah.
She was complaining about, you know, I don't need a man for this. I don't need a man. I don't need a man. And every sentence begin
Yeah.
with like, I don't need a man. And the point was, I was looking at her face. I was like, you don't need a man because you are the man itself.
yeah. I guess.
You are the
I guess,
embodiment
yeah.
of man.
Yeah.
If you're pretending to be something that you're not, of course you're not gonna have.
Yeah,
You're not
yeah.
gonna find a man.
Yeah.
Because a man looks at you and you're like, who's
Yeah.
the man here? Like,
Yeah.
every day he comes up, he's like imposter syndrome. Like, what the fuck is going on?
Yeah.
The dynamics are fucked up. how has those perspectives changed your like view of the current society?
I think a lot of the thing with there's a lot of the gender stuff that for me honestly irritates me. Gender stuff.
Crazy.
There's so many things where there's a perspective of outside. There's too much more to get into, such as like people who want to be different genders. That's a whole different story. Get it? Complete bullshit. I don't even need to get too much into that. Get it? That's like I think even the people who are okay with certain things that are not okay completely say that's bullshit even. So that completely takes away.
The issue is like when you start talking about these things, a lot of people start pretending. It's like, okay, no, we should like inclusive. It's okay. He believes or feels that.
Yeah.
No, he doesn't.
Yeah.
Believe. He's ill, bro.
Yeah. That's
give
what I
him some
meant, but-
vitamins. Give him some sun.
Yeah.
Bro. He's been baking in his own
Completely.
shit for a long time.
Yeah. But I'm telling you,
Yeah.
like it's what I was saying about the there's a limit to being yourself. Like
Exactly,
there's
yeah.
not. I want to be myself is not always okay.
Yeah.
And it depends on what does being myself mean. Is it genuinely yourself, or are you just like mentally ill at this point?
Yeah. People are pretending to be a fucking gecko. Did you see that video?
Which one?
The guy, there's a girl sitting there. She's pretending to be. She has surgically changed the structure of her jaws to actually imitate a dog. So
That's
she has
wild.
canines.
That's wild.
And then she's meowing. She says, I'm a cat, but like a dog.
Yeah, it's completely cooked.
That's like, bro.
You know what my question comes here is that people who are this mentally ill, where do they get that money from?
Yeah, that's the thing. Like now that brings in a whole different bag of worms here, because it's like, is this something that a person wants to be, or is this something that someone wants to be seen as?
Yeah.
Like, is this a show?
Yeah,
Is this
yeah.
there is some deeper narrative behind
Yeah.
it. Like, is someone trying to, push society off its freaking last?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think it's all a perspective of it's all in bigger things, by the way. There's a lot of things in life that are bigger than most people think. Like all of this, for example, is controlled by a bigger
Okay.
thing, get it? And people think that it's on a smaller scale, but it's like it all started from before. Like the idea of a free world sounds good.
Exactly.
It sounds amazing. But it's not. Like I'm glad the way the UAE moves is amazing. Get it?
Amazing.
It's
I
like a
agree
perfect
100%. UAE is like the perfect.
but genuinely, it
Yeah.
gives you the freedom you need, but not the freedom you think you need. Get it? Which is what other countries give. Some specific countries will go ahead and give so much freedom to the point you can do whatever you want, but that's not okay because that they do that on purpose, because when they give you that freedom, you can go into so many mentally ill things where your focus is completely removed on how society works and how everything is that's important works. Then the government can do whatever they want now because you're not aware of it. You're not awake to that point because you're either taking some sort of drugs, you're either pretending to be something you're not, like flipping animal. I don't know.
Yeah, and those people who get in those sorts of freedom bullshit shenanigans, they end up being mediocre.
Yeah.
Why? Because they want to survive.
Yeah,
At the
yeah.
very least, they want to eat. So they find some job.
Yeah.
They behave like a kitten at a freaking accountant's place, and they're doing their work regardless of what they are, what they believe, and how they act.
Exactly.
They do the mediocre things, but from a bigger picture, most of the mediocre society is heavily taxed outside.
Yeah.
So they're on purpose targeting the mediocre people who are
Yeah.
just earning an average wage.
Yeah.
They're taking more taxes from them, but lesser taxes from the
Big guns.
the richer,
Yeah.
the richer people. And it makes sense, right? These stupid people need to be heavily taxed,
Yeah.
and then these people who are rich, they're actually the running backbone of
Exactly.
the country itself. Even though it doesn't seem like that way, but they are.
Yeah.
So it just plays. Like, did you see any, like, when we were speaking about women here, I think you have more interactions with people in general.
Yeah.
Did you see any weird behaviors in women, or generally speaking, how do you see women here?
I
'Cause
th-
this would be pretty cool because you'll have a different perspective and I'll have a different
Correct.
perspective. Yeah,
Yeah.
this will be fun.
Yeah.
What do you think so far? Like,
In terms of what exactly though?
not your personal stuff, just generally speaking, how do you see women
How
here?
they act, how they
Yeah, the general stuff. Like,
different stuff. Yeah.
are they a man or are they a woman?
I think here, from what I've seen around me, I think of course we live in a greater side of it all, thankfully. I think most around me, or what I've seen around me, have been in terms of gender wise, they are who they are, which is good, which I'm glad, because it's not like it doesn't allow you to become who you're not meant to be, which is other countries give. But I think there's a whole idea of this gender war thing, that goes on. Like either men say women should do this, do that, and then women say we don't need a man, and then a man says, what's it called? A woman should do this, should do that. Get it? It's like a thing, and I think I see most of it, unfortunately, on social media, on TikTok comments. For example, there's women's sports. That's a bigger topic to always get into for me. But
Same.
I personally don't mind women's sport. They can play what they want. For example, women's football, I follow it. Like any person I tell to, they get weirded out. I'm like, I genuinely just follow it for the sake of, like, I want to see how it progresses. Like, I care about the sport. I want to see how it progresses. It's actually doing pretty well. The progression is good. Not here, of course. In Europe is good. Here, there's not. I don't think there's much of it, anyways. But there's so many kids. I think it's more, or most are kids actually, maybe 8 to 13-year-old boys in the comments constantly saying, well, the woman, she cleaned 92 dishes in one season, as in, like, instead of 92 goals. And thing is that if it was a joke, I think there's always a limit, but I think these kids genuinely mean it, and none of them have actually been able to, because
But let me add in some nuance there.
Yeah.
Sorry, I cut you off.
No
But
worries.
Those kids, I think that's another. If you zoom out, those are not kids. A lot of them, they're not even real people. They're just bots.
That also it could be.
Yeah.
That's the thing.
Right now, in the current era we're living in, you cannot differentiate between a bot and a person, because there are bot farms out there.
Yeah.
People are pushing agendas and certain views, because sometimes, all of us will look at social media, and then what's the first thing we do? We open up the comments just to see what the people are saying, right?
Right.
That's a normal behavior.
And a lot of the time, sorry to cut it, a lot of the times you might have an opinion, the moment you open the comment, you change your opinion.
And that's what I start to think in this way. The concept where this is a concept that was introduced to me by Jocko Willink, where our strengths can be our biggest weaknesses.
Yeah.
And what if our biggest weaknesses are our strengths?
Yeah.
So there's a dilemma there. Now, what if the people who are watching us, they see our biggest strengths as weaknesses, and they're using that against us?
Yeah.
So from a bigger picture, now you're looking at a post. Your strength is to know that you think that your strength is to know that what the video tells you and says is either right or wrong, or you have
Yeah.
a certain opinion on. So you open up the comments to see whether that's right or wrong.
Yeah.
Now, this is where the magic happens. Your strength becomes your weakness.
Yeah.
Because in the comments, your opinion could just take a full 90.
Correct.
And now, what if that's being used as a weapon against us?
Yeah.
It's shifting our perception of things,
Yeah. Correct. You're right. Yeah, no, see, that's a very good thing. I think it's the best way for them to actually change people's opinions constantly. Yeah, because then you see everyone with that same idea, when it's not actually everyone, it's just bots. You just see them with this opinion and view. You're like, okay, maybe I am wrong. Maybe they're right. Never mind. Like, let me just stay. Like, sometimes I watch a video, I'm like, this is very funny, and the comments are like, no, this is not funny. That's racist. This is that. I'm like, well, okay, maybe it's not funny. My bad. Then you view changes. You're like, okay, never mind. But then it's just like a thing. But I want to hear your perspective on the woman thing you said.
For me, women, I see like this is how I've seen bunch of women through personal experience and from interactions. They're women up until their demands, or you could say their view of the man starts to break. What I mean by that is, when a woman, she wants something in a man, but that man has this perspective as well, right?
Yeah.
A man wants certain things in a woman. Now, this woman, when she meets this man, it's like a clash.
Yeah.
Now, up until now, I thought like, okay, there's an issue with how women are growing up. Why I say that, a lot of people are gonna just start losing their minds. I think it's because of social media and the perception of reality, as I was talking about.
Yeah.
They're getting constantly pushed content of feminism and all this
Yeah.
bullshit. To a certain extent, a lot of things are right.
Yeah.
Their freedom to choose and but from a cultural perspective or from a religious perspective, you start to see things differently. Like they're actually positioned in a way for you. Once you start adopting them, they start to slowly like push you, and then you fall off the cliff.
Yeah.
You don't even realize.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's what I think about. I don't get it. Like when this was a stupid interaction, but I was speaking to a woman, and then she showed me a video of feminism, and crazy enough, that video said like women should not. They were supporting like declining birth rates.
Yeah.
And it's like, what the fuck? So I made a video about it. I
Yeah.
looked up, and there's a Hayden McDougall. I don't know. He's a crazy, not a crazy guy, but very, very based guy.
Yeah.
So he made a video about this woman. She was praising women's declining birth rate.
Okay.
So that means there are less people being born every year.
Okay.
And I don't know why she was happy about it. Which is crazy, right?
Yeah.
So I made a video, and as I was, sure enough, as I was scrolling through my YouTube analytics, I saw my video had some views, but it showed like 0. I'm like, what the fuck is that? So I took my cursor over it. It said like 1 dislike, and of course, it was her. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah.
Because there was a comment there as well. Why don't you grow a uterus yourself? It's like, what the fuck?
Yeah. See, I think the thing is that they've driven this thing on purpose. Is that to divide? Because men and women both need each other, whether people like it or not. Like a man cannot survive forever alone. A woman cannot survive alone. There's the reason why you always have this need inside you, or like I don't know. It's constantly itching for someone to be there. No friend can ever do that for you. No one can ever fill that void for you.
It's like a yin yang.
Yeah.
You need to have this counterpart. Like it's almost like a way to balance yourself.
Yeah.
And it's not just for you, because it's not selfish. Because the woman is also gonna need that.
Yeah.
It's not like. However, both of them, this is what I see. Like both men and women can survive themselves.
Yeah.
Fine.
Yeah, they can definitely survive.
But they'll live miserably.
Yeah.
They won't be enjoying that.
100%.
As much as they wanna laugh and smile and post Instagram pictures and look a certain way, it's not. They're not happy.
They're genuinely not by that.
They're not happy.
It's all.
just a facade.
Exactly. There's this couple on TikTok. I used to follow a lot. Their name was, the girl's name was Kauri. The guy's name starts with a D. I forgot what it was. Okay, basically they're a couple. The guy, they came from the UK here. The guy is Muslim. He became Muslim, I think, and then she was not. And then they were together for some time. Nothing wrong with it. However, suddenly I think they broke up, and the comments are like, for the girl, go girl, like those things. You get it? And she seems happy, blah blah blah. And the guy didn't post for months. Mm-hmm. Now here's the thing. I think the guy was happier than the girl afterwards. Not because, well, he's the guy, he's gonna be happier. Because the person, whoever, whether the guy or the girl, whoever posts more and tries to look happy on camera more often and tries to prove they're happy, is less happy.
Exactly.
I believe she's probably miserable, and the guy is actually thriving. But the comment section, these girls supporting each other and thinking that it's the opposite. I think that's where the problem comes, is that you have to understand our perspective, and this is where the division comes. This dividing happened, God knows when, a long time ago, but where a woman supports a woman even if the woman is horrible, and the man supports the man even if the man is horrible. I think it should not be like that. You should look at the right perspective, look at who was wrong. No one actually even bothered, by the way, to look at who was in the wrong.
Yeah.
The comment section was filled with, he cheated on her. There was no news on them.
Yeah, exactly.
So like,
There's no.
well, what do you mean? How do you know he cheated on her? Like,
This is crazy. Yeah. Ask me that woman question again, because I felt like I slipped out. What do you mean by women's, like, when you asked me?
I asked you, like, because you asked me first about what do you think in general about women here. I don't have a complete view. I just have a view of this division thing between people. Like,
I can see from Instagram. I can answer,
social media, you see it a lot. I see it a lot as well.
I can answer from an Instagram's perspective. I think they're crazy, honestly speaking.
Yeah.
If I want to be biased,
Yeah.
I'll be biased. They're fucking crazy, bro. They're living through. I'm not talking about all of them again. I'm talking about the crazy ones.
The
They're
crazy
living through Instagram, and they're posting, everything, which is like, it's not spoken about, but there's an amount of self-respect and decency that attracts a man towards you.
Yeah.
However, if you're just out for the world, if you're for everyone, nobody wants you, right?
Yeah.
Nobody wants you.
No.
It's very normal. But then you have some men out there who want that.
Yeah.
Which is weird for me, because it's like, are you even a man? Because that's the thing today.
Yeah.
A woman becomes a man becomes a woman, and it's almost impeccable unless you examine it closely. And it's like, So for me, I see girls in general, younger ones, they are just inflamed in their own head. They're just living this high of this, this modern life. And I think there's not much awareness about this, but this is a fact of life, that a woman, from her, let's say, 18s to like 30s or 40s, this is when she's the wealthiest.
Yeah.
This is her peak.
Yeah.
What she does with that is up to her. It's almost like this. She could become, go this way where she's become crazy or something, or she could become the other way, which is more neutral.
Yeah.
Which is more understanding, which is more level-headed, I would say.
Yeah.
It's not crazy. Now, since they're handed this, it's not like they've worked hard for this.
Yeah.
They're handed this.
Correct.
They don't realize the value.
Yeah.
They don't. For us, usually, we start our life after 30.
Yeah.
Usually, I'm speaking.
Yeah.
25, 30, 40. That's when we have our peaks, and it doesn't go down for us. It's always like up and
Because
up.
it's like you've learned most of your life at this point, and now you're actually thriving. You're actually doing things the right way now.
Yeah. And now you have all of this. And this, you see the perspective here, right? One is just handed stuff, the other one's given. And women, maybe if there are some good women out there who start like speaking about this, there are, but they're very toned down actually.
Yeah.
Like they're not in the view.
Yeah.
They're often like pushed down
Yeah.
by who knows what.
Exactly. See, that's what it is. The game
Who
is.
knows what. And then you have these. What did you see on Instagram so far? The crazy stuff. Here, locally. I've seen some
Locally,
very crazy stuff.
I think. By the way, here's the thing. I think my perspective on it is always different. I think the issue comes here is that a lot of women, what's it called, forget who they are supposed to be, and likewise goes to the man as well. Get it? There's a lot of men that are boys. Get it? And then there's a lot of women that are girls.
Yeah.
They don't act both sides, and that's where the problem comes. And then both blame each other.
Oh.
So when both blame each other, both go crazy, and both say either the men say all women are the same, and then girls say that kill all men.
Yeah.
It's those two phrases.
Crazy.
All the time on social media, attacking each other. A woman goes, absolutely not, this guy, well, men, disgusting. And then the next day she wants a man. So, thing is, you cannot, when you say something on social media, you cannot generalize it. You cannot say all. You gotta be careful.
It's so stupid because both of them don't realize that what they see an image as a man or what they see an image as a woman is just a disguise of being a boy and a girl.
Yeah.
So they're both looking at it as if that's a man or that's a woman, but in all reality, that's a girl and that's a boy, and they're
Yeah.
blaming. And then what happens is they blame it on the men, which was never here
Yeah.
to begin with.
Get it? Exactly.
And
Get
it's
it?
like now this creating a false narrative.
Exactly. So your perspective on what a man is not even a man. So if you genuinely see what an actual man is, who actually abides with what he should be doing, you'll be surprised. Like
Yeah.
a man is a proper man.
Yeah.
Like you will find
A
like
man is very, very biased.
Yeah.
He's like he'll stand on what's right,
yeah.
and if he's being looked at as bad, he'll still accept it.
They still accept it does not matter. And I think that's a thing. Like I know people, for example, that have always told me like there's literally no one, like in universities, by the way, it's genuinely hard. I know women that always say there's not actually like a proper man. And I'll be honest, there actually isn't, by the way. It's crazy, but and I know some people will go ahead and absolutely probably like a lot of men that would actually like hate me for this, but most don't act the way they should be.
Exactly.
Like as a man,
all words.
exactly. As a man, I know so many guys that go ahead and like, shame so much women directly. As a man, you shouldn't. Whether someone is worthy of shaming, don't ever directly shame. God, well, it's up to that. That's not a proper woman either. For you, you're shaming a girl because our proper woman is not like that. So unless you go ahead and shame an actual woman, then that even makes you worse than a boy.
Yeah.
Because then you're shameful as a man.
Yeah.
So it's all like a thing. It's crazy out there.
I know what you're saying exactly, because it's like you're not perfect to begin with.
Yeah.
So how can you blame someone else to be imperfect? However, there are certain things I feel like being imperfect is one thing, but being a sort of a very bad influence on everyone else is another thing.
Yeah.
Because when you said that, it made me think about, for example, how women behave around other women. It's weird because you'll see more women acting in a what do you call it, like in a indecent way,
Yeah.
as compared to women acting in decent way.
Yeah.
Now most men will be more attracted towards the indecent, but then also blame that. And it's like, you're looking at
That's where the problem is. Like,
it's like, okay, now you look at it from a different perspective. Who's the one at fault?
yeah, get it? Because then like you're kind of playing at it. It's like saying something. For example, you know how when it's a very horrible comparison, but like when someone rage baits on social media, and then people constantly respond to him and get rage baited, and then blame the rage baiter. So he rage baited you, and you were okay with it, and you just completely responded. That was his goal, anyways. So if someone is indecent and you actually give them the attention, they wanted that. So how? So who is at fault here? Get it?
It's weird because, like, for me, I do, like, personally, I don't like the indecency which I see. For example, this is like really bad in general. When I say like it affects others, this is what I mean. For example, women wearing, let's start with men, because I'm speaking, maybe it might sound like I'm biased against women, but I'm not.
Yeah, I know.
I'm saying there's a thin line here.
Yeah.
Now, I'm not speaking about all women again. So with men, for example, we always blame indecency on women, but we almost, it's invisible to us, but men are also that way too.
Yeah.
They'll wear these pretty small.
I know.
Yeah.
I know. For example, in uni, there was this guy. Okay, he'd go, but dead ass. This is the craziest thing ever. He'd go to the gym, our uni gym, because I have a gym. He'd tank top. Okay, hit some shoulders and some arms for like 10 minutes. leave the gym with his tank top and go to the uni cafeteria, just walk around. Because then he'd have the pump, right?
Yeah.
Crazy.
Yeah.
Crazy. Like you're telling me that's the definition of a guy being, well, if you want to use the word whore or something.
Yeah, exactly.
There is.
Yeah.
If people want to call some woman that, it exists for men as well.
That's what I was saying.
That's what it is.
Nobody's looking at the men. It's like almost invisible. Like,
Invisible.
Because you know what? Let's be honest. All men, regardless, for us, women are attractive.
Yeah. So we don't look at the men anyways, get it? So it doesn't matter. That's why our focus becomes on talking about when a woman is indecent or something.
But isn't it weird that almost, we've never heard this, right? And I'm pretty sure you too. There's no woman complaining about men being too naked.
Yeah, I think the only ones that genuinely complain are the ones who are like very religious on that side.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's the thing, is the women that will never talk really because they're like very decent, okay? Which is also good, great, but you will never hear. But then, which is the crazy part, and then like, because I think the indecency of a man doesn't show as much because it's not sexualized in society as much, get it? Because the most a man, any man is normalized for you to go ahead and wear like swimming shorts and just swim, right? Even the most, this is where the religious aspect comes in. Like for example, a woman you would wear head to toe everything covered, but the man would wear like short, and even in the swimming, he'd be that's showing as much as get my point. And it's okay, but like even the woman doesn't complain about it. That's why it is like the women don't say as much about men than men say as much about women. So women cannot really blame the men for this when the women themselves don't care as much. So, and the ones who care are deeply hidden in places.
Even with men, another really good example would be, have you seen people wearing kandura? But they're not wearing anything down.
I've heard that thing, okay?
Bro,
Now, I didn't know.
it.
I haven't seen it, that's the thing.
I was in the masjid praying.
Yeah.
And then the guy goes into sujood. And I'm standing there and the sun is on him. I swear to God, I saw everything. Like the human biology was visible. I could see everything.
That's crazy, by the way.
Yeah.
Like, I've heard of apparently people doing it. I'm like, that's not real. My cousin used to tell me this. I'm like, that's not real. What do you mean? Like, what do you mean you don't wear anything under it? I'm full on covered inside it. Rip my kandura off and I'm wearing double-sided. He's like, no. I'm like, what do you mean no?
Look, like, just, go commandoing with it. I'm all for commando, Like, not wearing underwear is a different debate, but I'm saying wear some clothes which actually cover up. You actually cover yourself up.
Yeah.
It's not like I'm looking through the plastic,
Yeah.
I'm like, what's the purpose of
generally,
this?
like, cover up to the point, this is how it is. If think about it this way, if it suddenly rains and your clothes get wet completely, will it show everything? If yes, then you have to cover up a bit more.
Brother, yes, we had rain here.
Yeah.
I was standing downstairs because I couldn't go. It was crazy raining.
Yeah.
I got stuck here. I saw a couple. I swear I thought they were naked. I swear I thought they were naked.
Yeah.
And I couldn't like move. And they came and stood beside me. And I asked the guy like, you're almost naked, bro. You should go home, because I had to say it because it was too much.
Yeah.
It literally was too
What
much.
was he wearing?
It was just a simple shirt and shorts.
Yeah.
And the shorts were white and his shirt was white. So it was almost like he was wearing undergarments. And it was stuck to him. I was like, go to the gym and also
Yeah, like exactly, like
maybe just start shaving a little bit, bro.
yeah.
It's fucking crazy.
Yeah. It's
like for example, like we spoke about men now with this. The same goes for women. The concept of abaya is fucked.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
I think a lot of it, like there's this thing.
Bro, I saw a girl wearing abaya at the beach, Sharjah beach.
Yeah.
I couldn't understand. Like I physically just stood there like
Shorts on there?
No, she was wearing an abaya that was so skinny, like like so stuck to her.
Yeah.
I was like, is this even a abaya? And then it's open.
Although abaya became drip.
Exactly.
Abaya completely changed. Abaya is drip now. Like I've seen abaya with shorts. under. That's why I asked you about it. I've seen, but then I'm not surprised anymore. But it shocked me. It caught me off guard because I know it's drip, but I haven't seen it with shorts before. You get it?
Innovations are just
It's like
crazy, yeah.
it's a complete drip, and then the thing is the open one. We call it Batman move because like if it's flying off, it feels like you're Batman now. It's like the cape and everything, you know. But I think it's just everything. Society has completely changed with a lot of things.
At least, I freaking love this about the UAE. They're like, okay, you have freedom, but there's a boundary here.
There's a
Don't
boundary.
go fucking crazy.
Yeah.
Make it up.
You know the rules of global,
Dubai
global village also. I don't know
They
Dubai much.
added something there.
Global village has strict dressing policies.
Right.
Yeah, like if you, what's it called? I don't know who it was. It was a girl, Turkish. She went there, and then when she left, she talked about how they told me this rule. I don't know if she's speaking Turkish or English. Can't remember, but all I know is I just know about her. She just said this, and people were like, "Yeah, great on them. Yeah, get out, wear something decent, and come back." I saw what she was wearing. Not decent enough. Like it's very thin. Like the layer where it shows like more.
Almost like silk, right?
It's silk, but it's not like it would show everything, but it's
showing
not.
the silhouette.
Get it?
Yeah.
It's genuinely not right to wear that, and she was kicked out. She was like, you can't be here. Global Village has strict rules on what you can wear. Not every place. For example, if you go, I think to, okay, well, Kite Beach is a beach.
Yeah,
It's a beach, anyways.
yeah.
You can wear whatever you want because it's a beach, and no one can say anything because it's a beach. Like maybe you were at the beach, maybe you were not. But Global Village, and I think Dubai Mall has the rules as well, or no?
They recently updated it. I went there, there was an Arabic singer there like a couple of months ago.
Who?
I would say somewhere in between summer. There was a very famous Arabic guy who came to sing there. And I was with someone, I went there and I was shocked.
Yeah.
Because the people there who apparently left the concert were almost dressed nakedly. It shook me. I was like, okay, I've never seen that.
This is a
Then,
weird thing with
a
concerts.
month or two later, they updated the rules. They're
Yeah.
like, hey, no more of this bullshit.
Yeah.
Because it's so stupid. Like these small acts of freedom, they will make the people crazy.
Yeah.
There's no balance between men and women. There's no balance between personal and
Yeah.
public.
Yeah. There should be a difference. Like you should look different in private and public. What do you mean? Like you're wearing something that I don't see in private with people.
Exactly. Like this is something sacred.
Yeah.
Right? This is something sacred. As men, I think everybody will stand by it unless there are some who are just gays.
Yeah.
They're straight up gays or cocks.
Yeah.
I don't know what's wrong with them. Like microplastics didn't go anywhere but their head.
Yeah.
It's fucked up. Like there are like clumps in there. Like if you touch their head, you could feel those clumps. Like they're fucking crazy.
Completely. Yeah.
And they're like, it's okay for her to dress that way. It's okay for her to act that way. It's okay for her to pose this way. And it's like,
Let her be who she wants.
what the
So
fuck?
it's complete bullshit. And I'm genuinely glad like how they do things here. It stops at bro. Like because if it doesn't, one time I'm not even joking. Bro. One time in Dubai Mall, I went. It was like an early time. I forgot what I went for. I saw someone dressed up in a way that I would like to not to mention, but if I think I don't know if how the policy was back then. It was like I think it was last year, if I'm not wrong. I actually don't remember. But she was genuinely wearing something so thin that you could see underwear. I was like, bro, for the next 10 minutes, I was in shock. I was like, I told my friend didn't say, I'm like, bro, what I saw, I didn't even say for anything for 10 minutes straight. I'm like,
and it's not like you saw it. You're just standing. You're existing.
bro, I was existing.
Yeah, and she's like.
Bro, I was literally at
Where am I supposed to look now?
I was at an ATM with my friend. I turned around while he was getting his cash.
Yeah.
I was like, what? Huh? What do you mean?
I went on a hike with a couple of guys.
Yeah.
There were some girls there as well. Couple of guys, couple of girls. Everybody went there. We're walking in the mountains. Bro, this lady in front of us. I was not expecting it. The sun just came and then everything was revealed. I was like, and the guy beside me.
Yeah.
He looked at me. He said, "Let's put some distance between them." I was like, "Bro, I was just gonna stop here for a while."
But generally, like, Even when some people when they run or exercise, some shorts, bro.
Excessively.
Bro, I like what? Like, come on.
What the fuck? Come on, man.
But even
Are you
wo-
pretending not to be? Like, it's
Generally,
obvious.
but not even a woman sometimes. Even sometimes men, some of them wear like shorts that are extremely short, and then they bring it down as much as they can, bro. Like you're either gay or I don't know what you are, man.
You know, it's weird, like, cause it's like the pants are either hanging so low. Like, what is the purpose of this?
Yeah.
Like, are you trying to show me your underwear? Like, is it something, you know? Like, people should start thinking this way, you know? Our attention is directed towards certain things. At least
Yeah.
start marketing that way.
Yeah.
Put something in above the underwear.
I'm
You know?
telling you,
Your website.
Yeah, do something, you know. Let's a QR code. Let me scan something, you know. Like, come on.
Yeah, better, yeah.
Like I swear, like because people are gonna look anyway, so might as well put some advertisement, you know, like.
No need for freaking bridges and stuff now.
That's
You just
it.
start sticking it up people's asses.
Boy, that's it. The people are gonna look, so it doesn't matter, you know.
People
Like
will turn to look, you know.
I swear, like I think it's code for indecent, so the indecent people attract the indecent, so they just know each other that way. I think.
The issue is, the more indecent and, you know, off the cliff you go, a generation has some time, you know, usually the next generation that comes, it tones down things.
Correct.
And we've seen in the hadith and the sunnah
Correct.
that whatever is said in the Quran, it's put one level above. The sunnah and the hadith, they make it a little bit more restricted.
Right. Yeah.
The reason is so the generations that come after, they cannot like go below this standard. There's a standard Quran and then there's the sunnah. So they stay in between.
Correct. Yeah.
And with this indecency, what the issue is, as humans, we start slowly, you know, just for comfort, just for this, just for. But the bigger picture is speaking something else.
Yeah.
The bigger picture is right in front of us.
Correct. Yeah.
And like, what happened?
Yeah.
Okay, learn from it, bro.
Yeah.
It's so simple, man.
I think it's
The rules of man and woman are merged as well.
yeah.
Women want to be men, men want to be women.
Yeah.
So if you have that, everybody's confused.
Correct,
It's so
yeah.
fucking crazy to find a decent girl who's sane, and it's almost crazy
Yeah.
to think about looking, because now you have to put a lot of attention there. It's not like the good old days, you know. I made
Yeah.
a video about it as well. The good old days, you know, you saw a woman and it's a woman.
Yeah.
You can either get rejected or, you know, something happens.
Yeah.
Now, I'm fucking scared to approach her.
Yeah.
I don't know if she is even a woman to begin with.
Yeah.
You know,
That's number one. That's
if
for
she's
step.
gonna take out that sword, I'm like, oh shit.
Yeah.
What if she transitioned?
Right.
Now you have no way until it's too late, you know. Now
Yeah.
it's too late. So what's we used to think like reality and dreams and this craziness was, you know, just us or in movies and stuff. It actually came to life,
Yeah. No.
you know. It actually
Everything
came to
in
life.
everything in movies will come to life. Yeah, all of it, bro. It's just how it is. And there's another thing I wanted to pinpoint as well, which was like about men. It's something that genuinely triggers me on a day-to-day basis, man. I don't know. When I was talking about earlier about how some men are not men, remember? There's a basic decency of something that a lot of people don't know. And I know people that are like together relationship-wise or something or whatnot, but there's a basic of like ladies first, you know. This first, get it? This is the reality of how a man is, and when a woman,
a man.
boy, I'm a difference, get it? But I've seen in my own university with my own eyes, a guy and a woman. The guy just goes in front of the woman, opens the door. That boy sometimes doesn't even open the door for the woman. Bro, come after me, man. I don't care. I think a lot of people don't look at it in perspective, and I don't care. The woman does not have to thank you. The woman does not have to appreciate it. Doesn't matter. It's just as a man, get it?
Manners and morals.
It just manners and morals. Whatever you do, that's like the smaller scale of it. Just open the door.
Yeah.
Open the door and do what you are supposed to do as a man. So a woman sees that maybe as well, and a woman decides to be a woman as well. Maybe the woman doesn't want to be a woman because you are not being a man.
Exactly.
Maybe you start from yourself.
Exactly.
If you do the things right, and the other side doesn't do right, then it's okay. Well, you can't do much more. It's the same as when you are working on something and some sort of business or whatnot. You have to do your part as much as you can. The rest is on God. Whatever happens, happens.
And
Get
that's
it?
the thing. A lot of people have diverged from the path. They're not depending on God.
Yeah.
They're depending on themselves.
Too much everything, yeah. Everything. Like I think it makes it easier. Like
Yes.
for me on a day to day, like yesterday I was extremely stressed with everything. I'm like, I don't know if this will work out. This and that. I'm like, listen up. Just do all you can. And whatever works, works. If God wants to happen, it will happen. And if it doesn't happen, and later down the line, maybe a year from today, you realize you could have done better genuinely, you do better later. You've learned from it anyways, get it? So you do what you think if you think you're trying your best, you try your best. Maybe it is not your best actually. And I actually don't think anyone actually does their best better. Because the reason why I don't think everyone does their best is, say for example, you are, I don't know, doing something, a business, and you have to create it. If they told you, and you have to create a website for it, it might take you a week, maybe something. They held a gun to your family's head. We're gonna kill them. Finish them today. You will finish it today.
Yeah.
100%.
Oh, yeah.
Same goes to even the best athletes out there. Say for example, someone like Ronaldo, crazy guy. He probably does his best. I think he does his best. But I'm pretty sure there is a little more he could push. It's a human being. So everyone can always do a little more than they think they can. And if you just do that and leave the rest to God, everything will just flow.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
And when you were speaking about the dynamic of a man actually being a man and a woman actually being a woman, it all starts with them both.
Yeah.
And they have to the thing is how it's pretty complicated to judge one person.
Yeah.
It cannot be.
That's the
It cannot
thing.
be one person's fault. That's what I believe.
100%.
When I say woman, it's not woman's fault. When I say man, it's not completely man's
It's
fault.
never.
It is both.
It's a mix of how both have acted for God knows how long or whatnot. Get it?
It's their upbringing, it's their morals, it's their values, it's their religion, and it's themselves as well. Like, what do they believe?
Yeah.
Because most of the time, some people just put on this act.
Yeah.
I've seen people who are Muslim. They're not Muslim.
Yeah.
They say it, but in public they're Muslim.
Yeah. Nothing showcases.
And then they become a bad example for Muslims.
Correct.
Because now they're representing something that they're not.
Exactly.
That's the bad thing.
I have another thing about this. I was seeing the other day. There was this was it a girl? Sometimes there are guys as well, but it is just at the top of my head there was a girl, and she turned out to be a Muslim. Okay, like a long time Egyptian. On TikTok I found her. I forgot her name. Okay, but even her name isn't a Muslim name, okay? But she is Muslim, a Muslim Egyptian. Egyptians have Christians, so I thought she's Christian beforehand. Now, dressing up does not dress up like a Muslim. Name, not a Muslim. A Muslim looks like a Muslim. I don't know how to explain, but you get the vibe. The vibe isn't that. Now, I'm not saying you're not worthy of being Muslim. That's not my thing to decide.
Can't judge that,
I can't judge that. But you have to look and act like a Muslim.
Yeah.
You have to be looked at, and the first guess of a person is they're probably Muslim.
Yeah.
I might be wrong, but they look like they're Muslims,
And then, people will take your perspective and they'll try to, they'll make it look bad.
Yeah.
How? Oh, he's saying that women should dress up like Elon Musk shuttle, Like covered up, they can't breathe, they give you oxygen mask and stuff, and you're wearing like jackets, you're covered, you can't even see. Your eyes are just open, and you're like, that's not what I'm saying.
I know.
That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying just be decent.
You can be. You don't have to wear the hijab. No one said that, by the way. Like it's a fard, but it's your choice. Get it? But you can still look like a Muslim. You can. The vibe can be a Muslim.
Exactly. Yeah.
There are girls that wear, for example, tank and crop, but I can still get the Muslim vibe. I don't know how it is. But when you don't pray enough, it probably doesn't show maybe. And when if you wear full on revealing clothes as a Muslim, then you will not give off the vibe. It's over for you. There's no way.
Like if even a half religious man looks at you, he's gonna be like, he'll think it over. He won't just jump in.
Yeah.
He won't commit. He'll be like, And then when you say that sounds like, oh, he's controlling, he's taking our freedom. That's the thing with women.
Yeah.
they'll call it like as if we just changed them up.
Complete as does.
Now they're hostages.
Get it?
Oh.
It's not even. That's not. It's because the whole point is to twist words, so you don't have that opinion anymore. Get it? Like, so you're like, okay, you know what? It's not even worth it, or like, or maybe I'm wrong, or maybe I am being too extreme. Maybe this, maybe that. You
And
know.
women are like they run on emotions and feelings. It's not all the time, but a lot of time.
It's just that the nature of women is
The
like that.
nature of
Anyone.
women.
Yeah.
And then we look at them. We could say men are just like these hardcore generals and stuff. Like they're
Yeah.
iron metal and stuff. No, they're not. Actually, men, they feel. This is my judgment. Men feel more, and have this deeper level of understanding as
Yeah.
compared to women. This is what I understand. They feel more and they understand more. They get the idea of the things, but they don't know how to word it.
Okay.
It
Fair enough.
either comes out very bluntly or he doesn't speak
I think
about
it's
it.
because
It's our nature.
It's our nature. We actually wording things together when it comes to emotional things. Men struggle with it.
Yeah.
You get it? So most men don't even bother anymore. They just don't do it. And I think it's bad, of course. I think it's important to get it out. I mean, I'm not good at it either. Like, for example, whatever I do in life, my mom says like, always at least say something, you know, about what you're doing. I'm like, it's difficult for me, honestly. Like sometimes she's like, why are you too stressed? I'm like, it's just impossible because you're stressed about life and you can't even talk about it.
Yeah.
Because as a man, you don't know how to put it into words together, and you're worried it makes you look weak.
Yes.
Because you are meant to be the man. You're meant to handle things. You're meant to be responsible.
It's so stupid, but women actually see that as I'm speaking about in terms of relationships. I don't know if this is correct or not, but a lot of women, but from so many people I've seen this, even from religious and non-religious, that Muslims, Arabs, Asians, everywhere.
Yeah.
And I've thought about this, that when you speak to women and in terms of relation like your wife or your, it's they look at it when you speak about your emotions and feelings, they look at it as weakness.
Yeah.
As like this scarcity of, oh shit, there's something wrong with them. So it's generally better not to speak about it, even though you might feel like it. I'm not speaking again for all, but I would say like 90% of the time, it just doesn't work. It's weird. It scares them or does something to them.
I think
But
that's
if it's your mom, if it's your sisters, if it's your aunts or whoever it is, I think it's safe for that in that relation. But in a man woman, it's generally not. You're better off speaking to another man.
Yeah.
Honestly.
Yeah. Probably. I mean, when you speak to a man,
Because they would understand. The
yeah,
struggle.
probably. Yeah, 100%. I think it's a hard thing because, like, do you not? I think there's a limit on how much you can speak on your struggles to your maybe wife or something.
Oh yeah.
Maybe you should. I don't think a man should say that. For example,
Depends on the wife itself. You have
I
to
think
see the nature.
I actually think that's what I think. It just depends on the type of woman you've married.
Yes.
Get it? If it's the type of woman that expects you to be strong, then calm it. You can't.
Oh,
you can't. And if you are a man that cannot handle such a woman, you shouldn't even marry. Get it? That woman.
There's a fine line there as well. Because some women, they're like, you have to be the man, and that means do 100% of everything.
Yeah.
And you can't be that. You really can't be that. And what I mean by that is, they'll expect you to be a man at every second you're visible to them.
Yeah.
And it's like, wait, I'm a human as well.
Yeah, you
Sometimes
can't.
you'll forget.
You
It's
forget.
not like you're doing it on purpose. You
Yeah.
forget.
Yeah.
You're stressed. Not every day of the week you'll feel like,
But
hey, I'm 100%. No, that's not the reality.
that's what it is. Yeah.
Out of the 7 days, you'll feel 4 days like that. And between one or two of those days, you might feel a little like,
Yeah.
I gotta do it all over again.
Exactly. See.
Oh, shit, tomorrow? No.
Yeah.
That's the difference. I feel.
I think it's a whole thing. I'm telling you, it's huge. It's a huge thing.
I think whenever you have time on your hands next, we'll sit and discuss even more. What do you think?
Honestly, yeah.
This is good. Like
But these are, I think, topics. A lot of people are scared to dive into these topics.
it's crazy. It's
I think these are topics everyone should dive into and think clearly. Maybe people can come to a conclusion one day. that a lot of people have to fix themselves, maybe, you know?
That's a just personal awareness of just self-assessment. Like, okay, did I do this or did I not?
Yeah,
Okay, so if I didn't do it, I can't judge another person.
right.
First, I have to fix myself. Then
Exactly,
I
yeah.
could suggest that. A lot of people are come up to you and they're like, "Let me advise you." Like, that's not the right words. A lot of men, a lot of women, and people in general, they don't know how actions have an impact, no doubt.
Yeah,
But when words come into play, they just sit there like tattoos, bro. They don't
yeah,
leave.
yeah,
Like
yeah.
words stay forever.
Correct.
Actions you'll forget. Words forever. You'll
Yeah, yeah.
remember those forever. And a big example could be, I don't not a good example, but all the religious texts. It's all text.
Yeah,
It's words.
correct.
Huge impact. It's still here. The same goes when you're speaking to people.
Correct. Yeah, anything. That's why I think that's what I love also, just to get back into it, content. What you put out there speaks a lot of volume into people, by the way.
Oh, yeah.
Genuinely changes more than one could think. Like, I'm not big on social media yet, okay? But even the small scale that I've done so far, I've had people that tell me, I love what you do and you've motivated me to do this, do that, and I've seen the content, I feel like I want to do content as well. And that's on a small scale. So what you say will change. So I've done a lot of talks here and there, and a lot of people have said, I've never thought of this. I agree. So imagine what you say and what you do, how much it changes. So what you put out there, whether it's on text, whether it's on video, whether it's whatever it may be, do it the right way.
Oh, yeah.
Don't put out. Be careful what you're putting out there to people. So because same goes to you when you read something, when you anything, whatever it may be, it changes your perspective on a lot.
And I always say this, like, you know what? I'm biased on a lot of things.
Yeah.
And I could be wrong. I'm not saying I'm right. I'm saying I'm biased. And I'll tell you why I'm biased. And if you can produce a counter argument, you know what? We have a discussion. That's simple.
Yeah.
But don't come and say, like, I'm a bad person just because I have some views.
Yeah. Exactly.
No.
Exactly.
I have views because of the experiences
Yeah.
or the things that I've seen.
Yeah.
So come and tell me why it's wrong, and that's it.
Yeah.
It's not
Well,
that
yeah,
hard.
exactly.
It's like I'm not forcing my views on people, but I'm just putting it out there.
Exactly. Yeah. Yeah.
Because a lot of people are just unbiased gays, bro. Like you tell them, okay, this is not right, they'll accept. Like what?
Yeah. Yeah. I know.
What do you stand for?
Yeah. Yeah.
What do you stand for?
Immediately, yeah. We should have not standing on nothing.
Yeah, they change. They change. They just want to. A lot of men are that way when they're with women. I see that.
Yep.
A woman says something and shows some displeasure, and I'm not saying like you should become like this. Oh no, I can't change. No, no. But there's a limit to that. So,
Yeah.
like there's a limit. Like, are you the man here or is she the man?
Yeah.
And I'm not saying the man is supposed to command and do something, but I'm saying like, you know, you can't just say something and it's like Aladdin or something. You know, you're just
Yeah.
rubbing and wishing stuff.
Yeah.
It can't be that way. It's just impossible.
Yeah.
Both of you are humans to begin with. You know, she says something, you accept. He says something, you accept. That's it. That's just how things are.
Yeah.
But if she's constantly like changing you to be something else,
Yeah.
as a man, you're putting a bad example for all the other men out there. It's
Yeah.
becoming like this. I hate to say this, but like this cucking ritual.
Yeah.
It's just okay. He's not even speaking for himself. That's
Yeah.
what I'm saying. The woman is just like
It's
this.
like he's speaking, but the woman is.
Yeah. It's like whoa.
Get it?
And people, you in that way. Now we look at the bigger picture. Now it looks like, oh shit, I was trying to say something weird, right?
Yeah.
But now you look at the big picture. When the woman does this thing, it doesn't happen like in one day. It's a gradual thing.
Yeah.
It happens eventually, and then that man affects his close family, including father,
Correct.
mother, sisters, his work life, and at the end of the day, if all of these things fall down, he's left alone.
Yeah. It's all like. Security.
Cause and effect.
Yeah, cause and effect. That's what it is. Yeah.
Yeah. let's end the podcast here, and then inshallah the next.
Very good one.
Yeah,
Great session, huh? Love it, honestly. But that went deep into stuff that I've never gone deep into.
No, man, I love going deep into stuff.
Great.
No homo.